Remittances alone last year, the amount is around $7 billion US dollars.
Wow.
So think about $7 billion US dollars staying outside our control. Certainly the cedi will depreciate. So in the past, now I can see that a lot of offshoring was going on. All those currently, we are monitoring the nostrils of banks. I have the feeling if I can monitor those inflows, the nostrils of banks, make sure that all exporters remit in line with their requirements, make sure that remittance inflows, those flows enter our banking system. So first of all, it's just an aspiration. Okay. It doesn't mean we are going to do exactly that. Because remember, reserve accumulation comes at a cost, especially to the central bank's balance sheet. So I see that more as an aspiration. We have to manage the process. We may not attain exactly that, but greater levels of reserves cover, it protects the country. It preserves our resilience. I mean, many people don't see how realistic this thing is. If you don't have enough reserves cover, it could get to the point that even normal medications that people take every day, you will not have FX to pay for it. So it makes sense to have local capacity for all these. For a lot of the things we consume, building local capacity is key. How do you do that? Private businessmen should be able to access financing. So, for example, I mentioned somebody can set up a factory to process the local tomatoes into chunks, not into paste. It takes money for a private person to bring down that machinery to get it done. So that person goes to borrow money. The interest rate must be low enough so that the project makes sense. But that is where GEXIM comes in, because they are able to provide the longer-term financing and be able to help in that regard. As a central bank, we believe it's come to a time when we have to draw closer. We will not be able to get involved directly. We will stick to our mandate, but we have to be able to play that facilitating role. When it comes to learning what can be obtained, we can help. We can stand together with institutions like GEXIM, like GEPA, to be able to address some of these constraints. Because at the end of the day, it comes down to the same foreign exchange, cover that we have.